Hello lovely people, it's Cara here and I am so mad. How are you all keeping? Can't believe it's September already. Extraordinary. Do you know my daughter turned 16 yesterday. I can't quite believe it. My favourite and best make to date. Yeah, just wow. And like lots of people, we're doing preparations for the return of her to school. Excuse me. After a really long time away. And there's something about September that always makes me think of the start of something new and planning, etc, etc. Actually, it makes me think of black painted shoes and itchy grey cardigans and the thick tights and things like that, which is what I always used to get packed off to school with when I was little. But yes, I've been doing some planning just like everybody else, and actually I've been thinking a lot about the sew sustainability, sew you're sustainable, with the NewCraftHouse. Now, I'm not actively taking part in that, but I am influenced by what I read, and it does make me think about my sustainability in sewing, and I thought it was quite nicely timed with some of the things that I've been doing in terms of clearing out our house. So today my plans are, I want to talk to you about what's sew what next, and also share with you some of the fabrics that I've come across in my sort of journey of my house, which is really exciting. So let me share those with you. They're, as ever, they're next to me here on my trusty ironing board. So they're quite random because I'm not one for throwing fabric away by the sounds of it. So let me share these with you. These are the curtains from our very first flat together. So we lived in a lovely village called Wadhurst way back when. I reckon I was early 20s, so a long time ago, and I found these in my roof. Now, I don't quite know why I kept them all this time. Now, I love these because these tell a story of a first house, because they're definitely IKEA. I remember when tab tops like this on curtains was just a new thing. Still feels new to me, sorry about that, but it does. And I just love the fabric of these. Look at that colour. And you know what, we had these went in our dining room. We had a lovely masonette in Wadhurst. Very fortunate of our space that we had for our first property. And I love these. We had green curtains, then we painted a second-hand dining table and sideboard in the same green. It was really cool, and we reupholstered the seats with really bright coloured fabric and flowers and things. It was great, and then our taste changed and we went oak, all very sensible colours and things like that. But I love the spirit of the colour here, which is great. But it is actually a really lovely fabric. Now, I looked at these a couple of weeks ago when I got them out the roof, and thought that actually they'd make a good pair of Dawn jeans actually. But you know, my fear of creasing, well, it's following me, because this fabric sadly just creases too much, and it is, after all, curtain fabric. Now, I'm not saying you can't use curtain fabric. Lots of people do very successfully, and I have in the past too. But I think I'm probably going to have to put this particular fabric as toiling fabric or something like that instead, because I think I would put all the effort into making a pair of Dawn jeans out of these and then regret the fact that they crease like mad. Now, I don't mind stuff that creases if it's meant to crease. I've got a linen top on tonight, for example, or today rather, and it's fine that it creases, but I think a pair of trousers would just drive me insane. So they are it's part of my sustainability. They're going to stay, but they'll be for toiling fabrics, which will save me buying anything else to do that with. However, I then came across, which is quite an exciting find, so Alice is just coming in and out just to keep me company. I then found this, which I was not expecting. And although I just said we had so I'm fiddling like mad here to try and pick it up. I found this, which is a duvet cover. And it's going to have to stand up, I think, so I can show you some of the colours. It's got big checks on it, but it's got some beautiful colours. Look at these. This is it's coming up quite blue, but it's quite purpley. Big checks, and then these wonderful greens here. If I sit back down, I'll show you the pillowcase, because that might It might give you a better indication of the colours. Look at those. Now, this was still in its packet, not even opened, and we're talking, well, I don't know when we bought these. I just don't. I asked my husband, I said, when did we buy these? And why are they still in the attic, unwrapped? What a random thing. So yeah, so I think that's absolutely stunning colours, and it is just standard cotton. So I'm definitely going to make something out of that. In fact, I think I'm going to make a Cali shirt dress out of this, because it's really a really good structure to the fabric, and you can't get much more sustainable than a 20, I'm going to say it is 20 years old, this duvet cover. How mad is that? And I really was on form, because not only did I buy a duvet cover, I went and bought a fitted sheet that was also in its packet in the attic, genuinely random as. And this is a lovely cotton. It's, you know, slightly sheer, but that won't matter when it's on your skin. And again, it's a really good structured cotton. So I think I might make my husband a shirt out of that. My poor husband, I keep making him shirts out of duvet covers, but you know, that's we're amongst friends. But it's navy cotton at the end of the day, so why not? So there ends my my searching through the loft fabrics, but isn't that just lovely? I just thought it was great to come across some things, and then my creative brain thinking, oh, what can I do with that? Yeah, not just take it to the charity shop or something, but actually repurpose it and has a history with it. I think that's really good fun. So I have bought some fabrics, but I haven't gone. Well, actually, I bought three, so in a really long time scale. But my next project, so I'm looking to the left here all the time. You can see me rifling here with the ironing board on the left hand side. So my next project. If you saw last week's video, I did a toile of the Staley top by Elbe Textiles. I'll put a photo up here. I forgot to take a picture of me in it. I've only got the footage of me in it, so I'll have to pop that on and take a photo. But it's a really lovely sort of, it comes as a top and a sweatshirt, and it's got a lovely curve to the sweatshirt, which is slightly shorter, and the t-shirt is slightly longer. You'll see what I mean from the picture. That'd be a so much better way of describing it, Cara. And I'm going to make the jumper out of this absolutely delicious, sorry, my husband's in the background talking to himself, apologies, but absolutely delicious and Faux Angora in this wonderful mint colour. Yeah, absolutely lovely. I hope that's coming up okay. That's looking more sort of cream or white, but it is a very light mint colour, and it's really soft. It's not quite as soft as I thought it would be. Now I'll put the name of the details of where I bought this from. I think it's called TFG Fabrics, but I think I might have got my letters run the wrong way, so I'll put it across the screen here. But yeah, it's got a really nice stretch to it. This was £10 a metre, so I only needed to get just over a metre, I think it was, I picked up for this because it's quite wide. I've actually cut out the top already, and this is actually what I've got left. So don't quote me on what I bought actually, because there's enough here to make another top of some kind. But yeah, really looking forward to making that and going with that. So that's the jumper that you'll see on the outside, or sweatshirt that you'll see on the outside, and then on the t-shirt that goes underneath is this lovely grey, and this is a cotton jersey, so it's quite thick actually, but that would be perfect for sort of transitional. And those two colours together, I just really wanted a nice subtle colour palette here, and I absolutely love a grey. I'm just drawn to grey, I really am. But those two colours together, so sweatshirt and t-shirt. And if you remember from the picture, you see this part will be underneath the jumper, and so you may well see it on the neckline, but also you'll see it in the scoop of the t-shirt. So I'm really excited to make that, and that's actually what's cut out next. So I can't wait to share that with you. And it's actually a pretty quick make. The t-shirt in particular is very speedy indeed. And then now I am working with DragonFly Fabrics, as you may know. Really exciting venture for me. I absolutely love working with Detta and Simon, and I get to cut out fabrics and pack orders for them, and also do some of the footage for their Instagram and YouTube. So I'm really excited about that. But I tell you what, working in a fabric shop is like being in a sweetie shop for a small child. And I just see fabrics all the time. I'm like, oh, that's lovely, that's lovely. And this week was no exception. And I have been very kindly given this beautiful pink. It's not pink, is it? It's rose pink cord. Now it's actually a stretch cord, which is just lovely. It's just the right amount of stretch on that. So I've picked this up because I'm going to make some dawn jeans. Now I know dawn jeans are for non-stretch fabrics, but I made my wide leg dawn jeans in the stretch 8.5 ounce denim from Felicity Fabrics, and I didn't necessarily need the stretch in the fabric. It just gives it ease when you wear them. So I'm confident that because the tapered leg isn't a tight fit, that the fact that there's stretch in here won't matter. So I just can't wait to make these. And I think if I lean down, I do think all these colours work really well together. Now it's not autumnal, but it's not necessarily sort of spring or summer palette either. And I don't see why we shouldn't have a little bit of colour in our lives in autumn. And this is such an autumnal colour. And I know that this will go with a lot of things in my wardrobe already. So I'm super excited about that and can't wait to share the details of that with you. So that's that one. And then staying on the theme of the Staley top by Elbe Textiles, I just love it. I now work in a role where realistically I'm better off wearing tops and trousers than I am wearing dresses. And I mostly wear trousers because I need pockets. I've got keys, I've got my phone, and it's just easier for me. So to find a layering set, because it's not all in winter, it's not necessarily always a very ambient temperature. It can get a little bit cold. As I'm taking in deliveries and things. So to have the sweatshirt and T-shirt just works really well. So I think it's called the Clothspot or Cloth House. It's classic. I've completely forgotten the name of the company I bought these two remnants from. Now I do love a remnant. I just think they offer great value for money. And when I saw this sweatshirting fabric from them, I couldn't resist it. Now it was a really generous size remnant, which I think is always brilliant. I get really frustrated when companies sell off tiny remnants. Now don't get me wrong, I know you can do lots of things with tiny remnants, but I'm not a quilter or anything like that. I am a clothes maker, so I need pieces of fabric that are suitable to make clothes. But this sweatshirt is just lovely. So it's got a little bit of stretch, but actually it is a sort of a French terry, if you like, which is not hugely stretchy, but it has got a very, very subtle loop back on it. But I just think this, well, I can't hold all the pieces of fabric, but you can see what I mean. These two pieces of fabric together look really beautiful. The whole palette of what I'm creating here is the idea. I see a lot of videos about how to coordinate all your clothes together. Well, I do just try and buy a colour palette all the time that will intermingle. So therefore I figure they're going to be a capsule wardrobe, or what do you want to call it, just because of the nature of the colours of the fabrics I've bought and the type of designs I'm making. So yes, that's really exciting. Can't wait to make that. And I've got quite a lot here, so I'm hoping that I might be able to make a pair of joggers. Now my go-to pattern for joggers is the sunny trousers by La Victor Mason, or La Maison Victor. It's the one I always get around the wrong way, but that's such a quick make. I know a lot of people go to the Hudson pants for theirs, but it's a very similar style, but doesn't have cuffs or ribbing involved. It's just you just make the slant pockets out of that. So I was looking at the trousers I'm wearing today. These are actually I've got the sapphire trousers on today, and Tilly in the buttons, and my self-drafted linen top. And then the last fabric and the last sort of plans I wanted to share with you today is, again, it's a needle cord. So who knew? Prior to this fabric haul, I've never bought needle cord before, I don't think. I tell a lie. I have a Cleo Tilly in the buttons dungaree dress. You know, it's a lovely dress. That's made out of black needle cord. and I think I've got a mustard one as well somewhere. But anyway, I haven't bought needle cord for a really long time, and this is, it's not going to show up, but this is a beautiful deep chocolate brown colour, and this feels like velvet. It actually, if you looked, if you saw it from a distance, I think you'd think it was sort of a velveteen fabric, because the needle cord on this is so fine. So on this one, probably more because of the light, sorry, the colour, you can see the definition of the cord. But on this one, it's really fine, and therefore it even looks sort of moleskin-esque actually. But again, it's got the same level of stretch, and I aim to make another pair of Dawn jeans in the tapered leg variety. I love my wide-legged Dawn jeans, but I'm thinking for autumn winter I don't want to have cold ankles, so I think the tapered leg would give me what I'm looking for in terms of being able to wear those with trainers or ankle boots, etc. So yeah, so that's that one, and as I say, it looks quite black on the screen, but it's a beautiful deep chocolate brown. So that is what I've got coming up. Yeah, exciting time. I love making new plans. We've still got moving in on our mind, so that's there in the background. And I'm just, I'm being realistic about what I can sew up. So I don't know in what time scale all these things will happen, but these are sustainable plans as far as I can see, because there isn't any fabric here that will, I'm looking down because it's all around my feet now. There isn't any fabric here that will just sort of languish and things. They'll actually get made up to be wearable items within the next few weeks going forward. So yeah, thank you for all my new subscribers. It's great to have you here. I understand YouTube is doing things a little bit differently, and you may not be receiving emails to tell you that I've put a new video up, so please do click the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the nail, otherwise known as the bell, in order to get notifications, so that you don't miss out on a video that I do. And yeah, it's great to have you here. That's it from me today. Stay safe and well, and I hope to see you again very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.